Dr. Chao, we had a post on ProFootballDoc.com earlier this week, and now, as of this recording, 26 ACL tears requiring surgery since the start of training camp. Half in practice, half in games. It's not the most in recent years, but it is a continuation of a proliferation of this particular type of injury. What's up with ACLs?
I think the news isn't that the numbers are extraordinarily high this year. They're a little bit higher so far in preseason than in a couple years, but not as high as in 2013 when there was 31. But I think the news is they're not going away. The original hope was the then new CBA with less contact and less practices would lower the amount of ACL tears. And that hasn't been the case, and it actually makes sense, because first of all, at least 70% of all ACL tears, at least, are non-contact. They're high-speed cutting injuries. So what's inadvertently happened, I think, is with less practices and less contact, you're not reducing the risk of ACL tears, because guys are still going full speed, and because of fewer practices, there are actually no more walkthroughs. Everything is full speed. So everything puts the ACL at risk. And yeah, people talk about games, but only half or maybe less than half of ACL tears in the preseason are during games. Majority are still in practice.
We talk about on ProFootballDoc.com what can be done to prevent ACL injuries. A little teaser, not much.
Well, you know, to eliminate them is impossible. You know, perhaps if you went to all grass fields, because there is still some slight increased predilection for knee injury in sport grass, way better than the old AstroTurf, but still not quite as good as grass. And it's kind of like, you know, we know in a wet weather game, you don't really tear your ACL because your foot doesn't stick in the ground. And like a ski binding pops loose, you don't tear your ACL. So that's kind of what happens there. There's some talk of prevention, but you know, these athletes are in pretty good shape and they know how to jump and land. And then there's some talk of brace usage. And in college, as you know, every offensive lineman wears it. A lot of defensive linemen, they're required to by the team. And when you get to the NFL, very few teams require it, and players don't like it. And certainly the skill position guys don't like it.
These athletes are so big, so fast, so strong. Really not much we can do.
Well, that's actually the point. No matter how much you train, the ACL of a 300-pound lineman is no different than the size of your ACL. The ACL doesn't get any bigger as players get bigger, faster, stronger, so it puts more stress on it. And the ACL epidemic, as some people are calling it, has never gone away, but I just think our focus went to concussions and other things, and we sort of forgot about it until you get Julian Edelman or the #1 Bears receiver in a game, and then it rises to the forefront again.
Unfortunately, it keeps guys like this in business. ProFootballDoc.com for more information.